My name is Jubin, and I recently had a literal mountaintop experience where God revealed some amazing things to me. A few months ago, I led the Hudson Family Foundation Climb for Kids. A team of 7 of us attempted to summit Aconcagua in Argentina. Throughout the climb, I was in awe at the obvious and profound love that God showed us. I began climbing mountains more than 4 years ago, and believe it or not, it was the answer to a prayer. Trust me, I never asked God to help me climb mountains. In fact, I thought the people that did climb mountains were a little bit nuts. However, in February of 2008, while attending a solely business retreat, I committed myself to a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I came away from that retreat with a single prayer for the courage and conviction to get healthy for the sake of my own family, for my own 2 kids. I was overweight and badly neglected my health for many years. I needed a change so that I could be there for my family. Up to that point, I was perpetually treading water, always looking ahead, trying to prove myself, trying to demonstrate my worth. Resting and appreciating where I was and the blessings in my life was not on my agenda. My bride, Christy, was a spiritual foundation in our household. But looking back, I know it was her quiet but incredibly strong faith that prepared me for a life in and with Christ. Trusting Jesus as my Savior and as my friend was something that had never occurred to me. But suddenly, my heart was wide open, and I took a giant step toward Jesus Christ. A few weeks later, my prayer was answered when a close friend of mine invited me on Climb for Kids, which is an annual mountaineering event benefiting children. God knew me so well that He provided me with the perfect goal to change my path. But He wasn't done there. While my prayer was for the sake of my own 2 kids, God gave me the opportunity to help many children. Since then, I've participated in several Climb for Kids events, and we've raised over $160,000 benefiting children's charities. God has been so amazingly and clearly present on each one of our climbs. While climbing Aconcagua, we were blessed and tested each and every day. This was the toughest climb of my entire life. With each step, I had to surrender and trust Jesus. After climbing for 13 days and reaching our high camp at 19,500 feet, my good friend began to suffer from cerebral edema, which is a form of altitude sickness that can be fatal. The only way to help him was to climb him down to a lower elevation. At that point, it seemed certain that we would not be able to summit Aconcagua, that our chances were gone. Typically, the goal of mountaineering is simple: summit. And now, summiting was inconsequential. The chance to love our friend was the greatest blessing of the entire climb. We climbed our friend down until he could be safely medevaced out by helicopter. And then amazingly, we were able to climb back up to high camp. And purely by the grace of God, we successfully summited Aconcagua the following day. As you can imagine, the view was incredible. At nearly 23,000 feet, you could actually see the curvature of the earth. The signature of God was undeniable and everywhere I looked. But it paled in comparison to seeing the heart of God in the faces of my friends. Whether I'm climbing a mountain, doing a business deal, or coaching Little League, I often ask God for the privilege to simply be the pebble in someone's path. But each time I'm reminded that God's not the God of pebbles, and I am always blessed to bear witness to His awesome love and His relentless pursuit of us. I firmly believe that God, through Jesus Christ, is in the miracle business, and I am so grateful that He invites, encourages, and includes me in delivering some of those miracles. I still stumble and I struggle with many issues in my life, but I know that God is with me and that He truly trusts me. By the grace of God, I will not fail. And that gives me hope and peace. God bless.